The dictation is start now. In the absence of any other provisions except prosecution, the enforcement authorities have been unable to take any action whatsoever in about 65% of their inquiries into the breaches of the Foreign Exchange Regulation Act. Full stop. This is reflected in the finger of prosecution so far undertaken between 1989 and 1996, when the investigation and enforcement work was with the Reserve Bank of India. About 200 cases had been investigated other than gold smuggling cases. 66 cases were put in court, out of which 16 ended unification and the remaining 6 in acquittal. In the absence of any provisions per education, no action could be taken by the Reserve Bank in respect of 140 cases. As the Reserve Bank was unwilling to handle these cases on behalf of the central government, which the bank had done for about 7 years, an enforcement unit was created in the Department of Economic Affairs on the 1st of May 1996 under a director. Since then, 32 cases have been taken in hand, out of which prosecution has been launched in about 33 cases and investigation complete in 170 cases. In the vast majority of these cases, difficulties are being experienced as legal avoidance is not sufficient for successful prosecution. Our experience therefore suggested that these difficulties are like to be minimized to a considerable extent if the proposal in the amendment bill to proceed against practice before an educating officer is accepted. There is already an enforcement unit functioning under government with a director as its head. The bill seems to vest him with the authority to execute some of the major offence and impose penalties not exceeding 3 times the value of foreign exchange involved in the violation. R RS 5000, whichever is more. If, however, a fair holding in inquiry, the director thinks that having regard to the gravity of the offence, a sentence of imprisonment is called for. He may launch a prosecution instead of dealing with the offence himself. An appeal would lie from his decision to an appellate board consisting of a chairman and other member to be appointed by the central government. This board will have both appellate and revisional power. In clause 17 of the bill, it have been proposed that if any person fail to pay the penalty imposed by the director of the appellate board, he can be prosecuted in court. This has been suggested to make education effective, particularly in respect of repatriation of foreign exchange.